3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Welcome to the 10 Count Podcast, where we're here to give y'all raw and uncut opinion about the current landscape of boxing and about your favorite fighters. I'm your boy Big Slaughter.
Your boy Jules. What's up, everybody in the quarantine? Stay blessed.
Super Rock.
Oh yeah. Well, we had to get another show, even though we quarantine in our respective abodes. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So, we got a couple of things we wanna talk about tonight. Just to give y'all a few topics of what we're gonna discuss. All righty, tonight we're gonna talk about of course, the passing of the great Roger Mayweather and the legacy he
Rest in
left in
peace.
boxing. We're gonna talk about Mayweather problems right now. He's going through a lot. We're gonna talk about some top prospects that's coming up. We're also gonna talk about the most exciting fighters, most exciting fights, I would say, that we've witnessed in our lifetime. And we're gonna hit on a couple of more things. So you guys just sit tight. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna enjoy the show. We're gonna pop our shit, and we're gonna keep it raw and uncut, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about,
Let's
we're gonna bring it in with the Roger thing, man.
Let's do it.
This one hurt me, man.
Yeah.
This was a big loss for boxing.
Man.
Because he changed. Roger Mayweather fight as a fighter for one, he was a very good fighter. He was a champion, two-time world
Original
champion.
Black Mountain.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Black
The original,
Mamba.
Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying? And he was a hell of a fighter himself, as far as his tenacity. The way he carried himself like a Black Mamba. He strong.
He
World
had a
champion.
nice
You know what
long
I'm saying?
jab.
Two-time world champion.
World
You know what I'm
champion, buddy.
saying?
Two-time world champion.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it all.
And my take on it is what he did to the sport of boxing. He changed the way coaches did mid work. He changed the way fighters approach training and coaches approach training. Their fighters. Man,
Yes.
you can just see
What
the Roger
when you
Mayweather.
say he changed it, you mean do you think he changed it for mainstream, or do you think that
It was just in.
I think that style was probably somewhat off in Philadelphia and Detroit, like in Michigan. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying.
I think
He's
he probably
been training
changed the
right.
mainstream aspect of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to. I was saying that he changed the sport because it was so original. We didn't see him in work like that.
Yeah, it was raw. Yeah,
It was raw.
Yeah.
It was just people took a liking to it.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's why I mean he changed the way coaches did mid work, and it's not just basic holding the mid 1-2, and you know what I'm saying. And
Well, so what he said is like he got there, made it. He not changed it. He blew it up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He put
because
it
if you look at
that style,
the way he'll step to you while you're doing it, that was awesome. So he made it like put it on the
yeah,
map.
you come right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So it's just one of those tragic situations, as we know that Roger, his health has been declining for the past 10 years, and you can start seeing it as far as on some of the 24/7s and things of that nature. So you will start to see a glimpse of it, and you can see that it started getting progressively worse. And
When
that's
Floyd signed that contract with Showtime and he hired his dad back, he addressed it right then. And people were surprised that him and his dad got back tight, but he knew doing that. He got that big money. He needed his dad. He still had there throughout the camps and still did that final moments. Even during the Berto fight, he did the pad work and stuff. So
oh yeah. It's just like his reactionary time was just kind of slowing up a little bit, and he was kind of forgetting.
And that's to show how serious Floyd took boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even a minor slippage where he started his eyes, his reflexes, when his reflexes start to get shot, he brought in his dad, who was just a little bit sharper at that time.
Oh, you think that's what happened? Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I feel like that's
obviously
what happened. Yeah, it's
he
obvious
was down
because
with Roger to the end,
exactly,
and that was pretty much.
Damn, so Roger started fading.
He started fading, and Floyd noticed it because if you watch some of his public workouts, he used to have to kind of remind Roger of the routine on what to do. You know what I'm saying? And then Roger picked back up, and because at the last stages of his life, he was a vegetable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was that diabetes and stuff like that. That diabetes that did that to him, man. And you
Yeah.
know, and it was, it's an unfortunate situation, man. But and it just goes to show you that, without, despite all the money that Floyd has, at the end of the day, he's still human. He goes through trials and tribulations like us all. You know what I'm saying?
Like the rest of
Now, I ain't got no damn corona. But people,
Hope not.
people, but but people feel, what I'm saying, they can't show any sympathy or passion towards Floyd because of his antics when he's selling the fight or things of that nature. Because he
Right. He
flashy.
just a human, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he's human, man. And
then it's a rough year. His baby mother of his first 3 kids, well, rather his 2 oldest boys, and his young daughter had passed a week
before Roger died.
a week after, on the exact day.
No, it was a week before Roger died.
1 week. Yes.
Well, within a week, damn, that's pretty
he lost
terrible.
2 close people in his life. You know what I'm saying?
2 of the closest.
You know what I'm saying? And him going through that. And even so, with that, his daughter, the thing with, NBA YoungBoy.
Arrested,
she got arrested for stabbing the girlfriend. And the girl supposed to be in critical condition.
I know that's all speculation and alleged, you know what I'm saying? But I hope and pray that she come up out of that situation.
Exactly.
That young girl,
right. There's a lot of speculation.
That's
That's the word.
Women, they're emotional. So
exactly. But and that just plays into his, like, damn, what else going on? What else gonna happen type in his life.
That brother, man. Big prayers out to him, man.
And
prayers out to Floyd, man.
Prayers out to Floyd. And if he does take a fight or come out of retirement, you know what I'm saying, that just shows how great he is. That he can fight.
I actually saw footage of him training his son, which was great to see. You know what I'm saying? Him passing on that knowledge.
Yeah. And I think that is for him, that's his way to cope with all the stuff that's going on, him getting back in the gym. That's his safe haven. You know what I'm saying? Any person
that's
like
awesome.
me,
that was awesome to see, right?
That's what you do. You want to get away from all your life troubles. You tend to go to what you love to do in life, and what you love to do in life is boxing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, Jules, you write music. So sometimes when you probably go feeling down, you probably write some verses or something like that, or like you make you make your natural remedies and stuff. You may try to. You know what I'm saying?
I need some more.
Make some shit to some healing. You know what I do.
Man,
I
need some more ointment,
You gotta have something, man.
Yeah.
You got to have something.
Like with me, when I'm going through stuff, I tend to watch a lot of fights and try to break down on how would I beat a fighter or something like that. It kind of takes my mind away off what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I said, Florida 2 champion, Florida tough dude, man. Despite what people say about him, he gonna get through that shit, and he's still gonna prosper, man. He got his health. He was able to be in a financial situation where he can send them off in a great way, both of them people. And I just want to bless those 2 people. That's
before we even think about a comeback, because I remember you mentioned on the first show that we did about how he was your number 1 pound for pound, because he had announced that 2020 would be his year that he would come back. Mm-hmm. But with all this going on, I don't mind. I would love to have seen him out of anything that Florida part of. But I don't mind him not fighting this year, or you know what I'm saying. Or if he do, I'm with you. Whatever you decide, man.
Whatever you got, champ, I'm with you. Whatever
you
don't
want him to fight. Why you don't want him to fight, Rob?
No, I mean I understand if it's so much going on. If you talk about Tyson having distractions or Wilder having distractions, them kind of to suffer your first loss the same year, that kind of shit happened. Not to say that he would lose,
yeah.
Damn, that's a real.
Like that happened, that's just too much, man.
That's a real introspective way to look at it, dude. Like,
right.
That'd be devastating. But but we're gonna kind of go on to the next topic. It's a lot of young heat coming up in the boxing world, man. It's a lot of young up and coming fighters, man. A lot of some that people don't know about, and us boxing lovers, we love to watch undercards. I like to watch the undercards because sometimes that be the best fights. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The best matchups.
A lot of times I check the card just for the
Shouts out to Showbox.
Exactly,
Shit,
for
I
putting on
remember.
those smaller cards
Yeah,
to
they
get that
really have been
exposure.
the ones holding it down since ESPN kind of got away from the
Friday night
Friday
fight.
night fight and the Wednesday night fight, the
Right.
4-rounders and the 8-rounders. Showbox still been. That's damn near been the only thing they've been doing.
That's true. That's true. So how about this, guys? What we're gonna do? I want each one of us to give us our prospect that we've been having our eyes on. You think that's gonna make some noise in the near future? Which one of y'all want to go first?
Got to be a
Well,
prospect.
Yeah,
I
prospect,
start
up and
because
coming.
I want to make it clear that when I think of prospect, I had to kind of reassess my thinking because once you're a champion, you kind of eliminated from Prospectville. You
Yeah,
know
you're a
what I'm saying?
champion.
So I
That's
got to
why
go to.
make it that.
I got to go to Prospect. It hadn't been, honestly, like how it's been back in the day. But one young lion I've been seeing, welterweight, Jaron Ennis, he looking like he on the right path. You know, they stepping it up in competition.
Ryan.
Yeah, he's looking good. I
Yeah.
will have to select him as my prospect to watch out for, look out for his name. You know, because he can fluctuate from welterweight to middleweight. I see him going from welterweight maybe to middleweight in his career.
What fighter do you feel like he would give some? What current champion do you feel like he would give trouble to if they was to step up and fight him right now?
If he was to step up and fight them, rather, and if he was to perfect his craft,
I'm
I
talking about
think
right
he's the
now.
current
I'm
champion.
talking about right now. I ain't talking about perfecting your
Any
craft.
of them. Oh, right now,
Right now, who
he
you
a
think he would get
prospect.
him?
So see what I'm saying? It's like he's not contender level. I'm going to the prospect. You feel me? I ain't going to my contenders. You see what I'm saying?
At some point, you become in order to become.
I feel like
in order to get.
Hold
to
on. What?
become
Say that
I
again.
feel like Ugas is a contender. I put in with any welterweight and say he'll get all them champions trouble.
But this
But
the
So,
thing,
so
bro.
you
But this the
saying
thing. A
Ennis is
prospect,
your?
in order for a prospect to become a contender, they have to step up to a challenge. Ugas stepped up to a challenge because he did what? He fought Sean Porter to a close fight.
absolutely,
Nobody knew who Ugas was before then. He was a prospect. You see what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So in order for them to get out their prospect stage, they gotta have to step up and fight one of the top dogs. Even if they do lose, if they lose a close
I'm gonna be
decision,
honest. Even Ugas kind of crept up. Even he suffered losses, so he was kind of like a veteran prospect, kind of on that edge. Like
He went up. He was already contender status then.
yeah, he was already. You know, that's what I'm saying. I see him as contender as opposed to right now, bro. I don't see any prospect that can jump right. All the young prospects have become champions so quick. Maybe Ryan Garcia ain't holding the
that
belt.
motherfucker
You
can't
consider
fight.
him a prospect?
That motherfucker can't fight, man.
I don't understand how you
That
can say
motherfucker
this
been
boy
having some
can't
nice
fight.
That motherfucker
knockouts,
can't
man.
fight, man. Ryan Garcia is a YouTube fighter or Instagram fighter, man. He can't
Oh
fight.
yeah,
man.
I've seen some shit of
can't
him looking
fight.
sloppy.
Come on,
Bruh,
man.
you looking at stuff in the gym. What about his performance
He fought
on the national
He
stage?
fought
On
what?
the national
20
stage, they got
he,
that motherfucker looking good, Slaughter.
bro, he fought
Ain't nobody.
20,
He doing
no,
it for
listen to me.
himself.
He fought 29 Longhorn workers. 29 Longhorn workers.
Absolutely, but he made
That's
it
not true,
look
dog.
good.
Oh, that man ain't
That's
fought
true.
nobody, man.
So
Nah,
Come
he's
on,
stepping
man.
up slowly, dog.
Man, he ain't got none for
He
that.
got
he
common.
calling out
He
your
ain't,
boys.
man.
He
I
got common
ain't,
opponents
I ain't got no words for
with
y'all
some
on
of
that
these
dude.
boys,
Ryan
dog.
Garcia can't fight. That motherfucker can't
Can't
fight.
fight. That's
That
crazy.
motherfucker
I'm
can't fight.
really trying
He
to
can fight.
hit my mind. I had Shakur Stevenson as my prospect because see, even though he's won a title, it was a vacant title. So for me, and the
But
WBO
he's
title,
not a prospect though, man. He came out when you come out the amateurs, man, as a he already has that status. He's
that's
not
still a highly touted
Nah. You
prospect.
still a
You know what I'm saying?
prospect. What
man,
you
he
talking
ain't no
about?
He's a
prospect, bro.
prospect.
Who ain't no prospect?
He ain't no I put
Shakur
him up.
Stevenson, see,
I
even
put
though I took him
Shakur
off my list,
Stevenson.
that's the only other fighter I would
That's
put
like
in
saying
with a
Lomachenko a
champion right now,
prospect.
bro. Huh?
Lomachenko, a world champion. He still got his belt.
Lomachenko, unified champion
Listen
too.
to
No
me.
goddamn prospect.
Listen to me.
And
You're
he's
not
champion
listening
in
to
multiple weight
you're not
divisions.
listening to what I said. I said that's just like saying that Lomachenko was a prospect when he came out the amateurs. He wasn't a
He
prospect.
was, bro.
He
He's
was
How the
a
hell he's a
prospect
prospect and he
before.
fought for a title when he first got
Goddamn Ricky
first
was
fight?
a
I mean, you
prospect.
talking about one
Goddamn
anomaly.
Gamboa was a prospect. All
You
of them
talking about an
prospects.
anomaly, dog. He was a prospect before he became a champion.
How the
Yes,
fuck
sir. And
are
the
you a
paid ranks, that
prospect in the
motherfucker was
pros
a prospect,
and
dog.
your first fight is for a world title? How?
Well, yeah, Lomachenko, yeah, okay.
That's
Who
what I'm
else did what
saying. Like
Lomachenko
Shakur
did?
Stevenson.
Rigondeaux.
Exactly.
Guillermo
Rigondeaux the same
How
way.
many other people doing that?
He was a
You
fucking
talking about a
prospect.
two-time go-
Shakur Stevenson was up there on that type status coming out the amateurs. That's what I'm
But
trying
he
to
didn't
explain
look.
to
We
you.
talk about 2-time gold medalists, 2-time, both of them. I'm talking about Rigondeaux
You know
and
Shakur Stevenson in his
Lomachenko, right?
20s, right? He's not
And
a
your boy
young. He's
lost.
not
Your
just
boy
no.
didn't get the gold, although he got
But
robbed. You
what
know.
I'm saying is he was a highly acclaimed prospect. He was a highly
Highly
acclaimed
acclaimed what? Prospect.
He coming out of
He's a
the
highly
amateurs.
acclaimed prospect.
I
That's
was
Out
all
of
I'm saying.
amateurs.
Yeah, true.
He coming out
He's
the
still a
amateurs. He
prospect.
was
It
a
don't
prospect.
it don't matter for real. Because you're not really you a contender once you become a part of a mandatory. Once you
And
become
some
a
of them
mandatory,
belts slaughter. Some of them
contender.
belts, although you can get a belt, some of them belts is just a piece of the pie.
I
It's a
got
piece of the overall pie. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
But
a
who
lot
you
of them
got?
like the NABL,
Aubrey, so who yours is?
NABO.
Yeah.
Tyler.
So talk about your who you got, Aubrey? Or you want me to go?
My prospect that I'm looking at, man, is young F.A. Jagba.
Oh, okay. The big
okay.
puncher.
Big lion
That's some heat.
from Nigeria.
And I said that I said that on a few other shows that he gonna knock out Wilder too when he fight him if they fight.
I seen him a little testy though. I don't know. I mean, he ain't ready for Deontay right now because he
He ain't ready for Wilder right now. That motherfucker take too much. You know, I done seen.
Yeah, he can box, but
he got hit a little too
been in
much.
some wars.
He done been in
Did
too
you
many
just say?
wars
Did you say he take too many punches? Too many punches? Did you really just say that? You acting like Wilder goddamn got defense.
The other guy like to take punches with his face too much.
But and the other guy do too.
It
I'm
was
just
a
saying,
battle.
like,
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
You know, Deontay.
Man, got his ass, man. I ain't finna get into that
Deontay world champion though.
Oh, well, you talking about a job, but you talking about a job, but he take too many punches. Like Wilder ass don't get punched in the face the whole fight.
Go ahead, man. Not the whole fight.
But Ugas is I like that though. Ugas is not Ugas, but a job.
He's nice, bro. That's a good one.
Yeah,
he's good.
That's the definition of prospect.
Yeah, he's a good
prospect.
Hey,
that's
you know
prospect.
What?
Room to grow.
Huh?
See what I'm saying? When you have room to grow, that means you're a prospect.
Bruh.
You can hone your craft still.
Ajabe holds a world record in boxing.
What's the world record?
The quickest win.
Quickest win. 0
in
seconds.
history. In the history of boxing. 1 fucking second.
I don't even think the bell. Did the bell even ring? Did it even ring?
But see, that's some of that Jeff Lacey
Time old boy knew he had to fight. That nigga said, "I'm out of here, bro."
No, but he said something about the contract, the money wasn't
did
right.
That with
like
Jeff Lacey though, man.
Somebody walked out the ring. I think I remember that too.
Yeah, you know they seen Jeff Lacey swole ass and got the hell on, man.
I don't know why Jeff Lacey, man, with number muscle.
That's Slaughter boy.
What? That's a lie.
I'm fucking with
you. What?
No. You used to hate Jeff Lacey.
Man, yes, I couldn't stand Jeff Lacey. I told you
Jeff
couldn't fight. I told you Andre Berto was not that good. I told you.
He called out Berto. He called out a lot of
I be trying to tell y'all boys about these fighters. Y'all don't be want to listen to me, man. Y'all
but these boys be world champions too,
man. But okay, but they not elite. Y'all was making it seem like Berto was elite.
That's elite. That's the elite status.
Berto was not elite.
Berto lost champion.
I would like to have seen. It was a fight before the earthquake.
He lost to what was my man name? They huh?
It was Berto against Shane Mosley was signed before that earthquake.
Yeah, they were supposed to fight.
And that was before Floyd fought Shane Mosley.
No, I thought it was afterwards.
No, they had a unification bout set. Berto WBC and Shane was WBA. Yeah. And they had that bout set for like January. And then the earthquake happened. And then Floyd got his opponent for May. He got Shane Mosley for May of that year.
Gotcha.
Fight.
That would have been a good fight, though.
That would have showed what Berto was at that time, you know.
Yeah, if he can hang with Victor Ortiz, he wasn't gonna hang with Shane Mosley.
What you mean couldn't hang with him?
Or
knock him out.
Robert Guerrero.
Who?
Berto knocked him out.
5 years later, well, he
That
stopped him when he
was
they were both,
okay.
both
Who
shells of the
stopped him
former
when
selves.
who gave Berto his first loss?
Don't matter.
It does matter. You always want
That
to
was
talk
a
about
tough
knocking
fight.
him out.
Berto did show some heart.
Yeah,
Berto showed heart in that fight. He got
he
up
showed
off
that
the
he
ropes.
have a chin.
He dropped Ortiz twice. He got dropped twice. He dropped Ortiz twice.
Man,
that was a give and take fight.
I love Berto, bro.
Man, Berto, man. I mean,
Ever since Berto, dog, I remember Berto in the amateurs, man, and when his daddy made it to where he represented Haiti, nigga.
Yeah.
That's nigga.
Hey, his whole family fighters, man.
Yeah, his daddy was
sister,
like
his daddy,
or some shit, right?
Yeah. His
He
brother, he got a brother that fought in UFC too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
his sister and his dad did too.
But shit. But I'm gonna go. My fighter, man. Yeah. Flyweight. My prospect, up and coming prospect is a flyweight from Indianapolis, Indiana. He goes by the name of Salito Henderson.
Okay.
Really, really nice kid. Really, really nice prospect. I actually worked with him in the gym a few times. Did a lot of some strength and conditioning for him, and he has a great coach in Ali, kind of like a big brother to me. But he's a really, really nice prospect. 7-0, 5 knockouts. He's ranked number 4 in the U.S. as far as in flyweight, so he's number 88 in the world at flyweight division.
Okay. He got to bang with them boys over in Asia.
Yeah, so he gonna I look for him to be a world champion here within the next year or two.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's like that.
They
So
gonna move him
guys,
that fast?
yeah, he nice like that. Look him up. Look him up.
How old is he?
Salito, 20 years old.
Okay, that's a good age at
old from
flyweight.
Indianapolis. Flyweight division, man.
Yeah.
He's fast, got good footwork, got great ring generalship. Crowd pleaser, man. You know what I'm saying? So Salito Henderson, guys, y'all look that up, YouTube him. Salito Henderson. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good. You came with a wild card, so we couldn't get a prospect. You know what I'm saying? That's all right.
Man. Oh yeah, man.
He did.
Big shout out to Salito, man. Big shout out, man. Hard worker, man.
Sir.
Dog, hard worker. I love that track work. He'll dog with it.
Yes,
but
sir.
The next topic, man. Speaking of exciting fights and fights everybody wants to see, what's the most exciting fight? What was the most exciting fight that you guys have watched? I'll go first on it. The most exciting fight that I've ever saw, I would have to say, was Floyd versus Gotti.
Whoa.
Floyd versus
Floyd
Gotti.
put on a real ass beatdown. When people talk shit about him being a runner, I just say go watch him fight at Turo Gotti, man.
At Turo Gotti. That fight had me
masterpiece.
It was a masterful performance.
First of all, Slaughter, let me reframe that because that was not a fight.
Yeah.
That was a fucking
That
master.
was a performance.
Okay?
Yeah.
By a virtuoso.
Yes, that was a performance. That performance was better than the Diego Corrales performance.
It sure fucking was.
And that was a beautiful one.
You know what I'm saying? Just the way Floyd was throwing that straight right hand and pivoting over and throwing that left hook behind him and stepping around him and throwing that right hand to the body and right over the top. Man, oh my God. It was just, he hit him with every punch, man. And I always give respect to Bertie McGirt for stopping that fight.
Absolutely. Oh, he does.
It didn't take.
I'm just saying, he could have let him, because of course Arturo Gotti wanted to continue because he's a warrior. But he saved him for himself.
That's why Paulie Malignaggi got rid of Buddy. He stopped his fight against Hatton. He
should have stopped that. Hatton was kicking doggone
I don't know, TJ. Hey, I think Raw would have stopped that one though.
Anybody, yeah.
Yeah. What's yours, Ra? What's your most exciting fight that you watch?
Man, I'm gonna go second because I want Jules to go last with his just to
I
cap
said
it off. But I
went
want
first, you the second.
I know. I'm talking about man, it's so many goddamn exciting fights in boxing, man. I can never forget how fucking excited I was during the first bell of Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson fight. Goddamn, I'm talking about Jim Lampley said something, man. He said they met when they was 17. He said goddamn Mike Tyson got his eye busted. He said he busted Lennox Lewis' lips, and he was like, now they fighting for the world title, just as Customato predicted that they would. When he said that shit, man. I was a young nigga, but I got damn chills went through me. You know what I'm saying? In that first bell run, Tyson came out like a bat out of hell, I wish he would have did better
Tyson,
fight,
oh
man.
my God.
But that fight should have happened in the early 90s like they was trying to get it before. That fight should have happened in the early 90s.
It should have. Yeah,
that would have been a whole different fight.
Man, Mike
Even
Tyson
if it would have happened a couple years earlier than that, it would have been.
Yeah, that was Mike
if Tyson would have got him before Rockman would have got him, it might have
that would have been a whole different. That's a whole different. Even Lennox said, "I didn't fight the real Mike Tyson."
Oh, so listen. I'm gonna tell you. That's just me being excited that I can remember. But I do wanna say this.
Man, you only get one most exciting fight, man. It's arbitrary, man. Let's go, Jules, man. Cause you'll go on forever and ever. Let this man speak, man. Let's
Hold on, what he finished? Go let him finish. What
Look, man, Jermaine Taylor and Kelly Pavlik.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That fight right there, I watched that shit over and over. Even though Taylor lost, that shit was a war, and it was a story, man. And that goddamn fight right there.
I can't believe it. That shit was unbelievable, dog. Yeah. I can go on for days.
The shock factor. I was up all night after that shit.
So who you got? What's your most exciting fight?
Dude, for this fight, bro, I have been watching Roy. Roy was the epitome of a boxing master, bro. Like this back when Roy had went years without losing a round, sir. Yeah. You understand me?
Yeah.
We talking about when Roy Jones come to the ring with about 5 belts. He was doing that Floyd shit with the belts. He comes to the ring, got all the belts. This nigga had been the middleweight champion, light heavyweight champion for years, several defenses, man.
Yeah.
And fought for the world title against John Ruiz. Now,
the heavyweight
title, fought for the heavyweight title. He made history, he matched history with the likes of Ezra Charles.
Oh yeah, the Cincinnati Cobra, baby.
Cincinnati Cobra, and who else? Who else fought for this?
Michael Spinks did.
Michael Moore
went from light heavyweight to
Michael Moore was.
Michael Spinks.
Because Michael Spinks wasn't a true heavyweight.
It don't matter.
When he beat Larry Holmes, he was everything.
He was a true heavyweight. When you beat Larry Holmes twice, you're a true heavyweight.
Michael Spinks and Ezra Charles. Roy matched history with them guys, dog.
Shit, Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, he did come from light heavyweight. Yeah, man, too. Bruh. Well,
but Roy came from middleweight.
Roy came from middleweight. Roy came from super welterweight.
That's what I'm talking about, middleweight.
Yeah.
Roy started 154.
Yeah, Roy started at light middleweight. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But bro, that was so exciting, dude. And Roy won.
It was the perfect cat and mouse game. You know what I'm saying? What you want to see with that shit, even though it wasn't no knockout, that shit was tense every moment.
Yeah, because it only take one punch.
Yeah.
But you already knew it takes one punch.
And then being a big Roy fan, you really feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, and remember, Ruiz was Puerto Rico's first heavyweight champion, dog.
Yeah.
That was their first heavyweight.
That was a portion of the heavyweight title.
But
Lewis was the man.
But he had the WBO belt, though. That WBO.
Yeah.
That was the WBA. WBA known for recycling, Ruiz and Holyfield have fought about 4 damn times for that belt, man. and Ruiz was a contender for the WBA even when David Haye had the damn WBA. They had Ruiz as their #1 contender, and David Haye fought him and knocked his ass out years and years later. Yeah. Like, WBA known to keep these fighters, you know what I'm saying, in their rankings, man. Debbie Babe, one of the funniest. They got a goddamn super champion. They got a regular champion. They got like 4 damn champions per weight class, man. They all over.
So, but yeah,
not
man.
to shit on that victory, because I do want to talk about the aftermath.
What?
What's the aftermath? So
the aftermath of that victory, you know, that segue into the next topic, man. That's aftermath after Roy got the heavyweight title. He was the head, you know what I'm saying? He got a piece of that.
He should have went and sat
down. Hold on. Let him fit. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. Like for us, we were looking back at it. Yeah, you would say he should have fucking retired. But back then, he was the man. He was Superman. He was talking shit about Lennox, but he was talking shit about Holyfield. He was like Holyfield kind of old. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really into Holyfield. But it was talks, and this is documented. It was in Jay Prince's book that him and Mike Tyson was in talks.
He was talking shit about Tyson. Yeah, he was talking.
And that's why he was kind of staying around the heavyweight weight, and that's why he didn't know should he lose that weight for Tarver so soon. You know what I'm saying? Because that fight was in the works. So I think I really think instead of retiring, he should have just stayed at heavyweight. You feel me?
At least for like 1 or 2 fights, 2 or 3 more fights.
Just a defense, you know what I'm saying? But he's such a dog in there. Tarver came at that goddamn.
No, hold on. Let's back up.
Talk so much shit.
Let's
he
back
talked his way into a fight.
Let's back up. I feel like you already know who I feel like the greatest fighter of all time is, right?
I do. That's
Roy
why
Jones
I had
Jr.
this shit just for you, man. I want you, you know.
I feel like Roy Jones Jr. is the greatest fighter of all time. You know,
prime.
Of course, if I say greatest fighter around all time, of course you're gonna talk about.
That means in a prime
form. In their prime form, he's the greatest fighter that ever lived. Nobody has ever did what Roy Jones Jr. did in the ring. Nobody will ever be able to do what Roy Jones Jr. or try to duplicate what Roy Jones.
I mean, we sure ain't seen it yet.
We ain't seen nobody close to that. You know what I'm saying? Getting off 5 and 6 hooks. You know what I'm saying? You not winning. You not losing around for 6 years.
Shit, even when he was older, man, that shit he did to Jeff Lacey was
man. We was at that fight.
We saw that.
That was
live.
personal. That was personal. Jeff Lacey had been calling Roy out for years.
Yeah, but I said all that to say this: he didn't want no parts of Mike Tyson.
Yes,
Mike Tyson ain't no fucking Ruiz.
Now, mind you that this was the Mike Tyson after Lennox Lewis.
It's still a dangerous Mike. It's still a dangerous Mike Tyson.
This was after Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, still though.
It's still a Mike.
I mean,
Tyson.
Tarver not royal though. You know what I'm saying? That power.
I was always thinking back then, damn, I wish Tyson had got that knockout. That would have rejuvenated his career at the time. And I'm like, damn, you know.
But Roy lost in 2003 though. Roy lost in 2003.
No, that was 2004. That knockout.
No, Roy lost in 2003.
What you talking about? His first loss?
When he got knocked out by Tarver.
No, he did not, man. That
was 2003.
He fought Ruiz in 2003.
He fought Ruiz in 2002.
And he fought Tarver in 2003, but he didn't lose to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He lost
prior to the loss, dog.
I never forget
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when he lost, when he got knocked out. You said
he didn't get knocked out.
We ain't talking about that.
What was your statement, Rob? You said that this was after Tyson lost to he lost to Lennox Lewis in 2002.
Right. So this was post
Lennox Lewis. When did Roy Jones Jr. fight Ruiz?
2003.
That's what I just said. You said they fought in 2004.
I said him and Tarver.
No, he
got knocked out.
Yeah, you're right. That's my fault. Hold on, I'm finna look it up. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
What you checking for?
I'm the boxer.
No, because I'm just trying to get.
What he checking? What he fact checking? What you fact checking?
I'm just trying to see when he lost to Tarver.
Oh, the date.
Yeah, you're right. He got knocked out in 2004, September 25th.
Did I know? Yeah, I never forget that day. Yeah. That shit was so
You was
unreal.
at that fight, or you was at the Glenn Kelly fight? Glenn Coffey, I'm sorry.
Glenn Kelly was about 02. That was about 02.
No, he lost to Coffey. Glenn Johnson. I'm sorry, Glenn Johnson. He lost. He got
Shit,
knocked
the
out
same
right
year
after that.
that he
That
fought Glenn
was-
Johnson back to back, man.
Hey, me
He
and
went
Teller
right
went to
for
that
back
one,
for
man.
a title. And then after he lost to Glenn Johnson, he fought Tarver again. He didn't
shouldn't
take
have
no
fought his
fucking
ass.
tune-ups in between.
He had too much pride.
That one
He
was
had a
in
lot of damn pride. I wish somebody, that's the price you pay sometimes for being your own boss sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody could have really
Somebody
came
need to
in and
guide
said,
you.
Roy, hold up.
Like, come on, man.
But back to that. Like I
Tyson
said,
Roy. Right
back to
then,
Tyson Roy.
at that
At
moment.
that point in time, he still ain't want nothing to Mike Tyson. That's still Mike
Hey,
Tyson.
that's a nice dream matchup, actually.
That's just but
It's not even a dream because at a dream matchup, Tyson would kill Roy. We talking about
shit.
at that point.
at that point he still would kill Roy Jones because
I mean, nobody kills Roy, but
of course nobody kills Roy Jones Jr. But he beats Roy. He beats Roy. He actually stops Roy Jones.
Tyson's the front runner.
I mean,
No,
niggas
he's not.
couldn't hit Roy back then, though.
Huh?
Niggas couldn't hit Roy.
But Tyson was great at cutting out the ring. You're gonna get touched. And you forgot Roy used to back up to the ropes a lot now.
Yeah,
that was been his
At that
downfall.
point, he would have been Superman still. You see what I'm saying? This Roy with
He
no
didn't
losses.
No, but this ain't the same. But
this Roy with no losses to Tarver.
But what I'm saying is, even
and we
with
seen the
Ruiz,
only thing that really hurt Mike is boxing.
And the only thing that hurt Roy was coming down and all that damn weight.
What? No.
I mean, the only thing that hurt Tyson was boxing with power.
No.
It was really the tall fighters with some reach that hurt Tyson.
Holyfield.
That was Tyson kryptonite, goddamn.
We ain't finna get on that Holyfield Tyson shit because he was headbutting the whole fucking fight. He was headbutting Tyson the whole fight.
I mean, so that means anybody can go in there and do it. If that's
all
it took,
Roy Jones
all it took was head fight.
But what I'm saying is, Roy wasn't that type of fighter.
Was headbutts to beat Mike Tyson. Don't you think it was been a bunch of moments?
To headbutt, dog.
I'm not even finna. I'm not even finna go there with you because you being crazy right now.
I'm just
That's
saying,
why
bro.
They're not even the same size. What are you talking about?
You talk about legends, bro. You can't even leave the name Holyfield, Evander Holyfield out of
what the fuck are you talking about? Did I try to leave his name out? I just said all I said was he had buttered him.
Bro. Like he was gonna beat Mike regardless.
No, he wasn't.
Rock, man. He dogged Mike Tyson, man. He got that. I even let my little girl watch the second fight because all she knew about the ear, all she heard was about Tyson bit somebody's ear. I said, let's watch this first fight between the second fight, I'm sorry. And during the first round, she counted 10 headbutts. This is my little girl.
Man, and that's why Mike Tyson bit him. Because you headbutting.
I didn't understand why Tyson bit him until 2002 when Holyfield fought Hasim Rahman. And he put that fucking hematoma over Rahman's head.
The same thing.
I said, now I see why Tyson bit this
that Timothy Bradley shit. That same shit Timothy Bradley did to Nate Campbell.
Yeah,
bro,
that's how hematomas, man.
But y'all gotta see something like that's how Holyfield fight though. He's an inside.
His nickname was Head, man. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
And he moved his head.
Holyfield's name was Head. That was on the back of his trunks, man. Head.
Man, but that's a matchup we won't get to see. I still think Tyson would have won that matchup. But overall, I still feel like Roy Jones Jr. in his prime is the greatest fighter that ever lived. You know what I'm saying?
And me personally, I think if anybody, I would rather have seen anybody take that S off his chest. I would rather have, and I know Roy would have rather been Mike Tyson than Tarver.
But speaking of matchups, you know what I'm saying? We got a grudge match coming up. They just signed, seal, and deliver. Far as Triple G and Canelo, me personally, I'm gonna get my take on it.
Canelo Triple G 3?
Yeah, Canelo Triple G 3. I feel like Canelo is gonna stop him this time around.
Yes, sir.
He should.
Canelo, he's just on another level right now. Far as confidence wise, he don't respect Triple G no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
after that Derevyanchenko fight, how could you, man?
Not even that. Just after the first fight, he's seen that it
wasn't
what he thought it was. Because the second fight, he showed lack of respect. The second fight,
he showed the lack of respect.
So he stood there and he fought with him. Yeah. And also Triple G, he on the wrong side of 30 now. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna be a situation where he gets. I'm gonna say he's gonna get
Triple G, I want
badly.
part.
Triple G don't like it to the body, Big
Yeah,
Slaughter.
I feel like
does
it's
not
gonna
like
be.
it to the body, and he's starting to show that a little too much
Yeah.
for a fighter like Canelo. They finna be all over that
I
shit.
just think it's gonna be another Kovalev Ward. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
think this third fight is gonna be.
No, it's gonna be a goddamn Canelo Kovalev. The same way Canelo took out Kovalev, he's finna run through Triple G.
I don't know, but
I'm trying to tell you.
You know who Canelo don't want no smoke with though?
Them Chalos.
No.
Oh
Caleb
man,
Plant.
shit.
Caleb
I think
Plant.
they lucky they ain't fought Canelo yet.
So what's your take on that on that Triple G and Canelo 3? Jules?
I get the edge to Canelo. I don't see nobody stopping Triple G, but you know what? He does not like it to the body. And Canelo did that left hook to the body. He did
trying
that
to tell you.
So there is a possibility it might be some stoppage going on late. I can't see that early with Triple G. Triple G still got a lot of juice in him, man.
He does a lot of power, yeah.
Still championship caliber, man. So I mean, Canelo got to be careful because this is, I mean, Triple G definitely got some upset in him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So he could be the one to knock Canelo off his high horse. You got to remember, like, with this being a third fight, then Canelo, Triple G's also learned more about his game. So
that's true.
He's gonna
but what I don't know. Hold on for a second, Rob. Hold on for a second. I don't know what Triple G is gonna be able to do to offset Canelo. I don't know what he's gonna be able to do.
He's changed trainers. That would be his only goddamn line of hope that he can have by having Jonathan Banks, who trains him now. Some of that Crump, you know, he had Abel Sanchez first 2 fights, by Abel. I personally don't think he's looked better. I think Sergey Derevchenko beat him that last fight, and he's lucky to have came away with a win. And I've seen a lot of instances where he was hurt to the body during that fight. So Canelo got a mean left hook to the body, you know what I'm saying? I know Triple G waiting on it, you know what I'm saying? You know, so like Jules said, it might not be early, but I favor a stoppage in that fight.
Damn, now going for the stoppage. I got
stoppage on that one, man.
It's almost like Marquez Pacquiao, how they fought a few fights with wars, but at some point, I seen that
some gonna break.
Stoppage coming.
That fucking
keep taking this punishment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I knew
okay, well, that was some good takes on that, guys. All right, so let's speak like we talking about welterweight. I mean, not welterweight, but middleweight and super middleweight matchups. What are some of the big matchups in the near future that you guys would like to see at middleweight and super middleweight? I'll go first. The fight I would love to see, and I think it's gonna happen this year, is Caleb Plant and Benavidez. I think that's gonna be an awesome.
That's mine.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be an awesome
That'll be a
fight.
great fight.
And I think this is the fight that Caleb Plant is gonna show that he's a force to be reckoned with. Everybody knows that I'm a big Caleb Plant fan. He is the closest that I've seen in the ring, far as a Roy Jones Jr., far as just showmanship and ring generalship as a Roy Jones Jr. Just the way that he uses his jab.
No, don't just be throwing that Roy Jones, that RJJ out there like that now.
Exactly. I'm just saying, far as he's not as fast as Roy.
Roy
but as far as just far
he
as
has some tactics. He got a little Roy in him.
He got that lead hook, that lead uppercut to a T like Roy used to do. I done seen him hurt plenty of people with that. Caleb nice. And a lot of people finna find out who Caleb Plant is in a few years. I would say with less than a year, actually.
I mean,
Danny Jacobs just showed you right now by him calling up Gabe Rosado instead of fucking Caleb Plant. That
Come on, man. That's what I'm like. Why the fuck you calling out a game? Exactly. But he say that's personal for him.
But this is the thing. Hold on real quick, Arbor. That's the thing. But you still can get that. Gabe Rosado ain't going nowhere. You can always make that matchup.
You can pay Gabe Rosado on the spot with your ass.
Just like Berto and Floyd. They had personal beef. Floyd was always going to fight Berto. You feel what I'm saying? They had personal. He could always fight Gabe Rosado. They can always squash that beef.
But he don't need to keep on. He need to fight Gabe, dog, because of the heat. Because of the smoke they had Did everybody didn't say
Nah,
it?
he don't need to waste time with his career. He need to
That's
be
what I'm
getting
saying.
some
He
belts
needs big
and shit,
fights.
man.
You just, for
He
one,
need
you
to be
just
getting it
wasted.
in,
You just
man.
wasted the church's money.
He wasted
fighting
his
fucking
prime,
Chavez
goddamn,
Jr.
fucking with
Come on, man. You
Rosado.
just fought Chavez Jr.
He ain't wasting nothing, dog.
You did waste. You
I
Danny
did
know he
waste.
two-time
get
world
money.
champion.
He get money, but after that Triple G fight and after the Canelo,
Come on,
you
dog.
don't
Nobody
go down from there.
And
I mean,
then
Dan Jacobs a Hall of Famer, dog. He gonna be in the New York Hall of Fame, bro.
Ooh.
What? Danny Jacobs, the Miracle Man. He a Hall of Famer.
I understand that.
nigga.
Shit, maybe New York. The Hall of Fame is in New York, ain't it?
The fuck
Yeah.
are you talking about?
I'm saying, but I'm saying
Okay.
he is though. That nigga has done. He's accomplished.
I got
a lot,
this damn Rallis headset on. May I take your
Danny
order?
Jacobs. I know that
That
was
nigga
like.
Big Buford, man.
Hey,
Motherfucker.
hey, I can look
know,
like
right?
Bobby Brown in this bitch. All I need is a stage. And I know if you're getting bored.
Hey, man, I want to speak on this weight class, too. I kind of wanted to range from welterweight to middleweight because I think that these fighters can fluctuate in weight. I think these fighters want to be like Floyd, but they don't adopt the goddamn weight class, jumping up and down. He went up to fight Cotto, went back down to defend the title against Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Go back up and
but this is the
fight
thing,
Canelo.
though. This is the
Hold
thing,
up, big
though.
dog.
With that. I got you.
So we going straight from middleweight. With that being said, my first instance was like thinking about Errol Spence fighting Canelo, but if we gonna stick straight with middleweight to super middleweight, if Charlo can't get the fight he wants, if you sitting there, if you think Canelo won't fight your ass, right? Why not build up your profile? Why not say, shit, there's other champions at 168. I can go up there real quick, grab me a goddamn, if I'm that good. I can go up there, grab me a belt, come back down and say, Canelo, what? Canelo did it. Canelo done jumped up 2 fucking weight classes while all these fighters calling him out, sitting at 160, and ain't saying shit. Let me do some Floyd. Let me do some Roy Jones. Let me do some Bernard Hopkins. Let me do something great. Let me dare to be great. Go up there. So with that being said, how about Charlo and Caleb Plant? Or the winner of Caleb Plant and Benavidez, rather, you know.
Yeah, I just don't think Charlo. I just don't think Charlo has the tools
to do what?
I don't think he has the tools in the arsenal.
So he's sitting waiting on a payday, is what you're saying.
I don't think he has.
He's not going back down.
I don't think he has
the tools for what? To do what?
I don't think he has the tools to beat Caleb Plant. I don't think he has the tools to beat Caleb Plant. For one, Charlo doesn't deal with jabs well, and Caleb has one of the best jabs in boxing. And he pumps that bitch. He pumps.
I don't want to see that fight yet.
But you know what I'm saying? I want the fight. I want. Hold on. The fight. If that's the case, Raw, why not fight Andres? Why not fight Boo Boo? Go on, fight Boo Boo. Y'all got personal beef.
Look, even Boo Boo, go fight one of these other guys and go. You know what I'm saying? Get you a belt, build your own profile. Say Canelo ducking me. That's a real way to say Canelo ducking me by fighting elite champions and say, look, he ducking me. But if you keep fighting the Cochleys of the world and the unnamed goddamn TBA fighter, Canelo looking at you like you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, but also
waiting to call me out.
But also, what you said about those guys taking the Floyd matchup, the Floyd route, Floyd also jumped up there, not fighting at that weight. Floyd was under the weight, jumping up there fighting those guys. He fought at 154 at 150 pounds.
Absolutely, he never made the.
He never made.
Remember we seen Canelo. Canelo looked like a fucking heavyweight. We was all saying that shit about Canelo. He looked like a light heavyweight at that press conference.
Yeah. And that's crazy. That's the first time. That's when I met Raw at that press conference, at that Floyd and Canelo press conference.
Canelo, yeah.
You feel me? I got in trouble after that damn fight, man. After that press conference with that little Mexican chick.
For real.
Yeah.
I went and hollered at Floyd. Remember, it started raining and shit, and we thought we weren't gonna be able to see him.
And what I don't like about and what I don't like that the media don't do, they don't show the good shit Floyd did. And if you remember, Floyd stayed out there and signed every last
That motherfucker
autograph.
sure did. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
stayed out there and signed every
He
autograph
chopped it up.
out
Yeah.
there. It was
Yeah.
100 plus people out there. He stayed out there and signed every last. I got Tremaine got a Floyd autograph on the
I
phone
did
finger.
too, man. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? He signed this fool's
Hats
shirt.
off to the champ, man. I
You know,
love
I wore
Floyd,
that
dog.
same shirt every damn Floyd fight too. I told him that. He said,
He
I
told
don't
him
wear
that.
no shirt when I fight. I said, hey, look, bro, I wear this shit every fight. This like my man. He grabbed that shit so quick and signed that shit, man. That's a real.
But people don't. But
That's a real dude.
he said, y'all see, Canelo don't do this. He ain't doing this. Canelo
Yeah.
got as soon as that shit was over.
Oh, we
Canelo
was
got
on
his shit
De
and
La
left.
Hoya ass at that press
Hell
conference.
yeah, we was
man.
on their ass. They were hot as fuck out there though.
Yeah.
It was so hot, man. But yeah, but it was some good matchups, man. You guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys had put out there.
Yeah.
And I think those fights will eventually get made because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They got to make money and they're gonna have to get a name to get the asses in the seats at the end of the day. So I think they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to see some of those fights that we want to see at 160 to 168. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about some that kind of leads into these trilogies and these rematches. And
Talk to me, man.
I feel like sometimes these promoters and stuff kind of have this stuff kind of rigged so they can just maximize the dollars far with these draws. And me personally, I would love for it to go back to an odd number of rounds. Man, of course we can't go to 15 rounds. I would love to go to a 13 round matchup so we can have a determined winner because these guys are in shape to go 13 rounds.
That's a good idea.
Rounds.
Why you gonna throw a whole odd ass round in there?
I mean,
a lot of fights
what are you
have
talking
been
about?
to change.
13. Like what
fight.
the fuck?
13 rounds. Like you gotta have a winner.
Let's say if that Wilder Fury fight went 13 rounds, that shit would have been a whole nother.
Exactly. That's a whole nother fight in 13 rounds. Wilder and Fury, that's a whole nother fight. That's a whole nother.
Even when Sergio Martinez had dropped Julio Cesar
Chavez, and Chavez could have won that.
Well, if anything, they need to take
drop
it to
my boy,
11.
fuck this B up.
No, why would you take it down? You should take
it because that was the whole point of taking it from 15. That was the whole point of the Muhammad Ali clause was to minimize the damage, the wear and tear on the fighter. But don't take it on 13. Let's not go back in history. Moving forward.
What I'm saying is that's the golden age of boxing. I feel like we should go to where you're not getting into championship rounds if you take it down to 11. Your championship round is at 13. You're 12. I mean, it's championship rounds, but I would think you should go to 13.
They were arbitrarily chosen the championship rounds because back in the early days, motherfuckers just fought to somebody quit.
I understand that.
Fights go 60 rounds, nigga.
I feel like us fans get cheated when we have those draws when you know this guy, they only gave him a draw because of the name. You know what I'm saying? Even they was trying to do that against Floyd and Canelo. When they got him a split majority.
Shit, even remember the goddamn Lara fight where you was like, man, Lara's sticking his ass, and I was like, dude, this shit ain't enough to beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying?
Because he just have a big name.
And that shit was not. It's like
he was schooling Canelo.
You gotta beat the dog shit out of Canelo to get a win.
Exactly. Yeah. What y'all feel? I know you said you don't agree with it. What you think, Ross? What you think about a 13 round fight?
I think that's a good concept, but I think it's a good concept both ways, going down and going up. It's interesting and it's worth to talk about because I do think that championship rounds begin at round 10 as well. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, they don't officially, but I think that most fighters don't even make it to 10 rounders and stuff like that till they get to a certain level. But
I mean, technically,
by the 10th round, you could be in championship.
That's why I think you should be 13.
Technically, the championship rounds are the 11th and 12th because if it's not,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you can have a 10 rounder. If it's for a championship title, then it's gonna be a 12 rounder. That's the only differential.
That's why I'm saying you should go to 13. I think you should go to 13 rounds because it'll make you have to select a winner. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can
understand.
still have, but you can still have draws. So
Yeah,
why
but
do you?
but you still can have a draw based off 2 knockdowns or some shit like that.
Or
But
see,
it's
this
more,
the thing. You
but
can
that's
come
more
up with
warranted.
multiple. You
That's
can come
more.
up with more judges. You
I
know,
feel
if
you
you
too,
want to
Jay.
completely leave it away from the fighters, you can add judges. You know what I'm saying? You can add a certain amount of judges to make it. You
And
know,
that way you
Offset
can.
the number.
But and you
I take
also
the
can.
most credible goddamn reporter from Press Row sometimes to see they fucking scorecard.
I wouldn't even do that.
Sometimes,
What I would do, I would have a fighter. I would
that
have a
too.
fighter as one of the judges. Add
That
a
too.
fighter as one of the judges, so you get
Hell
a
yeah.
boxing perspective. Because a lot of
Absolutely.
those, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people are just judges. You know
And
what I'm saying?
that's another thing, Slaughter. And this may be a conversation for another day. But the fucking credibility of judging in the first place, you know what I'm saying, and how none of these. It's been a few judges. I know Robert Byrd, you know what I'm saying, and his wife, she's a judge, and some of them have been fighting and been around boxing, but a lot of them had never been fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
True.
damn.
That's why I think you should have former fighters as
Absolutely.
commentators and as judges, because they know what to look for.
Yeah.
They know when fighters are
Or
hurt. They
even
know demeanors. They not all of them have to be, but I think you need a set of eyes that are from a former fighter.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it was just something, just something to talk about, just something I thought about. It's like, hey, we'll bring that up tonight, man. So, but of course. So this is what we about to get into now, man. Is some dream matchups.
Yes,
I got
sir.
2 dream matchups here, man, that I would pay top dollar to see, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna name them out, and then I'm gonna ask you guys which ones y'all want to talk about first. All right. So one of the matchups I got Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao against Robert Hands of Stone Duran. Roberto.
Yes, sir.
Not Robert. Roberto Duran.
That nigga said Robert.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, who
And
the fuck are you talking about?
the other matchup, Roberto is the long version of Robert, right? Okay.
Next.
All right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, champion. The next matchup is Vernon Forrest versus Bud Crawford.
Ooh.
All right. So which one of y'all want to talk about first, man? Which one y'all want to talk about first?
I think we can get the Pacquiao Duran out the way. Shit, you brought
Yeah,
it up
go and
first.
get that out of the way.
All right, I'll get my take on it, man. Me personally, man, that is a very intriguing matchup because, of course, both of those fighters are very, very, very tenacious. You know what I'm saying? They come with a lot of pressure, and both of them can punch really hard. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I feel that Pacquiao would win that matchup for the simple fact that his conditioning. Manny Pacquiao, I've not ever seen him fade in a fight.
Pacquiao gets the win.
I think that goddamn
Hold on. Let me get my reason. I feel like Pacquiao conditioning would be the. I think he would edge. I think it would come to the championship rounds as we talk about. I think far as past the 8th or 9th round, you'll start to see Roberto Duran output decrease and Manny Pacquiao output increase because Pac usually gets stronger in the second half of fights, like you've seen against many of his opponents. Most recently against my man, what's your boy name? Keith Thurman. You know what I'm
He hit him
saying?
with a body shot.
Also, you've seen Roberto Duran quit. No mas. And Pacquiao don't have that in him. And I think that'll be the deciding factor. I think it'll be a close unanimous decision. I think it'll be a close unanimous. So that's my take on it. I got Pacquiao on that. So you can go, Arbor. And
I want you to think about something else and what you just said though, about the tenacity and about Duran's questionable heart. Now, the only time we've seen Duran's questionable heart on display was when he was getting just thoroughly outboxed and not so much as even hurt. he was just getting outclassed. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
right.
don't see Pacquiao just outclassing Duran like that. But that's, you know,
I said
I feel you though. I feel you. I
just
just
thought,
think
I
it's
don't I just
genetic.
don't think his conditioning would be on the up to pars to a Manny Pacquiao.
I feel that.
That's why I think that's
He'll wear him down.
Yeah, that's the
He'll wear
only
him down.
deciding factor because they power, they're equal. You know what I'm saying?
Equal?
Now, I
No.
see, initially when we was talking about this conversation,
Pacquiao was
we
a
was
big
talking
puncher,
about
man.
them at 147.
140.
That's why I would favor Roberto Duran at 147. Now, I would favor. See,
but Manny Pacquiao was at his peak at 47, though. Manny Pacquiao was at his best at 47.
So since you say that, that's why I think Roberto Duran was more heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? He was shit.
You got to give
and Pacquiao career at 147 was questionable for the most part, man. So I favor Duran.
You favor Duran? Okay, well, hey, who you got, Arbor?
But yeah, I'll go with you on that. Man, shit, cause we talking about prime guys.
One welterweight though.
But you got to think, Manny Pacquiao became Manny Pacquiao mainstream at 47. He was at his prime at 47.
Man, that's a close one, dog.
You got to think about this. He stopped Oscar De La Hoya. 5 foot. He stopped Oscar. This man stopped.
Oscar should have had no business fighting at 147 during that fight, man.
Put it like this. You see what he did? Hold on. You seen what he did to Cotto.
Even when he fought Cotto.
I gotta go with Duran, man.
Cotto was damaged, man. Them wins at welterweight wasn't all that. Then he stopped knocking out everybody when they got called out about the PED shit. He didn't knock out nobody.
I gotta go with Duran
because he just knocked out Matisse, man. So I don't want to hear that shit at welterweight with Pacquiao. I'd rather you talk about his featherweight and super featherweight when him and Marquez was going at it, but
at the end of the day, I've seen Roberto Duran get gas late in fights. and in boxing, if you can't keep that pedal on the gas in boxing, if you can't keep your foot on that pedal in boxing, the guy that has the most energy is gonna beat you.
Don't put on your brakes.
He gonna make you pump your brakes, and that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying is gonna happen. It's gonna be a fact where Manny Pacquiao is gonna be. He's not gonna be able to keep up. And Duran was not throwing a lot of punches like that.
Duran knocked out cold by Tommy Hearns, but that was against an all-time great puncher. I seen Pacquiao knocked out.
So, and the Pacquiao not an all-time great puncher? What are you talking about?
What? Hold on. What you say?
No, hell no. Pacquiao ain't doing no good.
So Manny Pacquiao is not an all-time great puncher.
I wouldn't say so.
Pacquiao ain't no one punch knockout artist like that.
Yeah, no.
So Manny Pacquiao is not known for speed and power.
Not no one punch like knockout artist.
So Manny Pacquiao is not known for speed and power.
He ain't
so y'all literally gonna say that?
Bro. The last stoppage at welterweight was against Miguel Cotto.
This man just dropped the top welterweight with a jab. What are you talking about?
That was
he just dropped the top welterweight, young welterweight with a jab, and this man don't have power.
Ain't nobody saying he don't have power, but like when you think of knockout punches, artists, you don't think of Pac-Man. I don't.
That's the goddamn ultimate no against Pacquiao. You do Pacquiao, you turn that motherfucker. Shane Mosley showed you how many times? Even though he didn't beat him,
so Duran is Shane Mosley?
Huh?
So you making it seem like Duran is just this hellified boxer.
Nigga, he was. The fuck you talking about?
Come on, man. I'm talking about.
I'm talking about boxing ability.
Boxing, not all-time welterweight, bro. That first Sugar Ray Leonard win was bigger than anything on Pacquiao got their resume, dog.
Only reason why he beat Sugar Ray Leonard is because Sugar Ray Leonard fought his fight instead of boxing him. That's the only reason why he won that. All right, man. All right, y'all got that. Y'all tripping. Y'all making it seem like motherfucking. Y'all got that.
Go to the next topic, man.
About time, y'all. I just give y'all that because Manny, y'all acting like Roberto Duran
is. Pacquiao, goddamn,
prime Roberto Duran, dog. Yes, sir. Cause we talking about, cause
You
Pac-Man
talking about
wasn't
at 147? Maybe you said featherweight. I say Pacquiao.
yeah, man. When nigga, that was a young Duran was a young phenom, dog.
This motherfucker,
And
Manny
that first
Pacquiao
goddamn
is
Super Ray
an
fight.
8
Who did
division
Pacquiao?
world champion, bro. 8 division world champion.
He's done
This
a
man
lot,
did.
but
Hold on. This man didn't beat. This man didn't beat Margarito. One of the toughest. He had a chin.
Man,
Tough
I don't want to hear
welterweight.
that
Big
shit about
welterweight.
Margarito, hands of stone for real.
I
For
know,
real,
I
See what
know.
he did to
Literal
Cotto.
hands of stone.
That
See
shit
what
he
he
did
did
to
to
Cotto,
Cotto.
I wouldn't even bring no
You
credibility
see
with
what he did to
Margarito,
Cotto.
man.
You see
Well,
what he did to Cotto.
Well,
He-
y'all know, we all know that this speculative, man.
But it is
Great
what it is.
matchup,
That's one
though.
of those. I just think that, like I said, at the end of the day, I just feel like Pacquiao will win that.
You made a good
But
argument, but I think Duran.
I mean, but at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
I agree with you, bro.
at the end of the day, conditioning is what in those fight conditioning
I
comes
seen
down
goddamn
to
Manny
in
Pacquiao
those
knocked
fights.
out Cole at welterweight, bro.
And I
When he
seen
was
fucking
goddamn-
Roberto
that
Duran
same
knocked out
loss,
Cole
if
too.
you
What are you
think
talking
Duran
about?
lost, wasn't
What are
no
you
real
talking about?
loss.
You acting like Roberto Duran had never been stopped before. So stop it.
We
That
talking
was
about at
Tommy
welterweight.
Hearns,
It
though.
don't fucking matter. He got
stopped by
knocked
Tommy
out.
Hearns at goddamn 154.
It don't matter.
had
He
no
got
business
knocked
really
out.
fighting them high ass weight classes. He
He,
was
he
out of shape.
okay, Manny
Man, Nate,
Pacquiao
no.
jumped up there. Manny Pacquiao did.
Jumping up where?
Jumped up there. He jumped up in weight.
He ain't fight no goddamn Tommy Hearns. He fought Margarito for a vacant belt at 150, man. That was a contract to catch weight at 150 for the vacant WBC belt. Stop playing, man.
I don't want to hear that shit,
Them
man.
paper ass titles. Back then, it wasn't no paper titles, bro. It was goddamn
Roberto
real
Duran
champion,
can't outbox Manny Pacquiao.
All right.
He's not gonna last longer than Manny
He
Pacquiao.
outslug his
I'm
ass.
Okay.
sorry.
Pacquiao gonna
He's
fight
not
for
gonna
it.
That's
the
how you feel. We
conditioning.
disagree.
That
Pacquiao ain't
conditioning
boxing.
is gonna
Pacquiao
come
like
into
to
a
fight,
factor.
bro.
He
Bro,
can't
bro,
last.
that's nonsense what he talking, man. I feel you,
I know,
though.
man.
How
He
is it
act like
nonsense?
Pacquiao
You
Pacquiao
just
really
agree with me.
goddamn
So what the
hard,
fuck are
man.
you talking about? Your flip flopping ass. You just was on talking about Pacquiao was gonna win.
I said,
Your ass
no,
Cause that's
up.
a
I
tough
never
fight.
said,
That's
Yes, you
fucking two
did. Yes,
all-time
you did.
greats.
You say, you know
I
what?
never said he
I
was
think
gonna
yes,
win.
you did.
Them
Yes, you
two
did.
all-time
did.
greats, man.
You did say that. Your ass,
Nah.
you just
Them
agree
two
with me.
I
all-time
said-
greats. It's a
I
goddamn
was
All
thinking
toss-up.
about
right,
it.
man. We're gonna get to this second. We're gonna
I
man,
said
shut up.
Duran.
We finna get to this second matchup. Bud Crawford against Vernon Forrest. I'll let you go, Raw. Who you got?
Shit, I got Vernon Forrest. Vernon Forrest with that goddamn bow and arrow right hand, that jab. I don't see Bud Crawford lasting with a big welterweight like that. This motherfucker just got welterweight,
Damn.
and I
Man, you gotta get
I
your
ain't
shit
thinking about
together,
that.
man.
What?
All right, so since he frozen
I
like a
favor
mother.
Vernon Forrest.
All right. You want me to go? You want to go?
No, I go.
right.
Man, I can't see nobody beating Bud. I feel like that's kind of. I don't know. I feel like with that being a matchup, that kind of puts Bud at a disadvantage because with their height.
At welterweight, yeah.
Yeah, then at a different weight class, Bud he ain't dominant at welterweight. Has he even fought at welterweight?
Yeah,
He a champion. He WBO.
I'm thinking middle. I'm thinking junior middle. Because Vernon Forrest fought 154 too. Then
He retired as a junior middleweight champion.
Yeah,
He died as a champion.
Okay. So at
He didn't
welterweight,
retire. He died.
I can't see nobody beating Bud, dog.
Hey, man,
Y'all
you
already
stick by
heard
your
me.
guns, man. Shit.
Ain't nobody
Don't
beating
let slaughter
Bud.
affect your decision.
Hey, that I mean,
And
you
then,
ought to know I'm going.
You know what though? And then with the Viper style, I think Crawford would beat him, bro. Because
I don't see the Crawford getting inside of that jab and right hand.
Exactly, because he knows how to neutralize. He know how to neutralize
I
those
see
styles
Sean
of fighting.
Porter or something like that.
He damn near stopped the prime Shane Mosley. And Shane
I mean,
Mosley.
No, he did not. He didn't.
Motherfucker, he did.
He dropped Mosley,
stop.
but Mosley fought. Mosley did not get stopped.
Nigga, if you would listen to what I said he damn near stopped a prime Shane Mosley.
But one thing about that fight, they already had history from the amateurs.
But it don't matter.
It does matter. He already knew his style. He'd already fought him, just like Todd and Roy. Like this
Bro,
shit.
It was similar.
Had his number.
But still, that's still a prime sugar Shane Mosley.
I mean,
That
hey,
was
you can't,
stopping. That just coming off stopping Oscar, what beating Oscar De
He
La
didn't
Hoya.
stop De La
bruh,
Hoya.
bruh.
I
Don't get
changed
me
it
wrong.
up. God, I said he beat him.
We're not taking anything. I can't take anything away from Vernon Forrest, dog. The Viper earned his stripes, man.
But
Hands
I
up
just
and
think,
down.
like Ross said, that height, that being, I think what Vernon Forrest about 6 foot, 6'1", something like that.
Yeah,
He
something
was
like
at
that.
least 6'1", you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just being able to tie through the right hand. And then, hold on. And one thing that was very underrated with Vernon Forrest was his defense. He was a very defensively sound fighter.
He was nice.
He knew how to roll shots. You know how to roll under shots and counter. That's how he was. That's why he gave Shane Mosley so much problems, because he was able to avoid Shane Mosley right hand. That
Right.
herky jerky. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna be able to just switch stances like that. You're not gonna be able to fight Vernon Forrest out of southpaw stance, and he got that right hand like that, straight
All
down the
right.
middle. He throwing that bitch straight down the middle.
Yeah.
I got you.
You feel what I'm saying? And Bud, and another thing, Bud likes to engage when he get caught with a good shot, and that would be his downfall. Just like it's gonna be his downfall when he fight that boy Big EJ, Errol Spence. It's gonna be the same outcome, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, but you
Spence
know,
is no Vernon Forrest, my brother.
he said what?
Man,
Spence
come
is
on,
no
man.
Vernon Forrest.
No, he's not.
Oh my God, we ain't gonna get it.
Come on, man.
Spence gonna be an all-time great here in a minute. But
He
man,
gonna be.
all right. But you know, like I said, we had touched on some great stuff, man. We're gonna go with the big finish, man. We're gonna
Big finish.
We're gonna do this big finish, man. Get ready to get off here. We got the big finish for the night. I'm just gonna start it off by saying this, with this coronavirus thing, man. Well, just want everybody, all the fighters out there, to be safe. Also, man, you young fighters, all you fighters, man, still do your training, still shadow boxing. Make sure you shadow boxing 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Jumping rope. Still, you know what I'm saying? You still can get outside and do some work. You know what I'm saying? Get your road work
Tell
in.
him,
You still
Coach.
can, you know what I'm saying? You can get your road work, get
Coach
your push-ups
Slaughter.
in, get your sit-ups in, man. Don't let this, if you really want this, if you really want to be a fighter, if you say you're a fighter, you should not come out of this out of shape. There's no
Yes,
reason
sir.
why you should
Yeah,
come out of
and
here
I
out
got
of
something
shape.
to tell you.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
fighters, man, you'll definitely get better going with Coach Slaughter, man, because we looking at how ugly this nigga is.
Ah,
He's
shit, boy,
gonna
what you look
fight.
like.
You know what I'm saying? He just
Yes, sir.
But yeah, but like I was saying, man, guys, man, please just work on your craft. Shadow boxing, man. Shadow boxing. Studying film. This should be times where you should be watching at least an hour or two of different fighters. Try to watch a different fighter, somebody you never watched before. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you get like me, of course I'm gonna watch my James Toners and my Floyd and my Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna check out Ezra Charles. I'm gonna check out, even though I'm not a big Oscar fan, I grown to respect Oscar because he had one of the best jabs in boxing history. So
And the best resumes. You fought everybody.
but he lost a lot of them. He stepped up to. But other
not
than that,
really.
man, we'll
Boy,
talk about that
you
another show.
cannot
We'll talk
tarnish
about
Oscar's legacy, bro.
I ain't tarnishing
Cut
it,
it out.
but we'll talk about that another show. But guys, like I said, guys, just please be working, man, because you shouldn't come into the gym out of shape. So that's my big finish on that, man. I'm gonna let Rock go, and then you can go and close us out, Jules.
Yeah, I want to close it out.
Close it out, big dog. Hey, I just want to touch on the fact that we talking about boxing and sports in general coming out of this virus and this shutdown. We'll be lucky to have all this once again. You know what I'm saying? And I do think it'll create big fights, even though a lot of fights are already scheduled. I think right after those scheduled fights, it'll be big fights on the horizon, super fights damn near, because it'll be an urge to get that money back and that revenue back going. But I want to close this off because I do have to mention this. You know what I'm saying? This glove gate thing with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. You know, just a brief touch on it because I feel like it's worth the attention. You know, Margarito didn't get caught to his next fight when he fought Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? And then they look back at it. And Miguel Cotto still ain't really got the justice. He got the vindication by beating him again. But, you know, he didn't get the justice that he deserved. You know what I'm saying? That I think clean that they get the right eyes on it, because a lot of these boxing has become digital. Boxing has become, when fights are getting streamed, fights be on Facebook. So
That'll
all we
do
have
it.
is
Instant
YouTube
replay.
has become the new media for boxing. So we can't just ignore
They just
the
slide
media
by that.
and just let it slide by. I
Okay,
would like to
answer
see
this.
it get some
Okay,
proper attention.
and I swore I wasn't gonna speak on this shit, but this is my
Well,
last
don't.
and my final time.
We don't
No,
even care.
you ain't
No,
got
no, no,
to.
no, no,
You
no.
You ain't even
No,
got to talk on it.
no,
ain't
no,
That was
even gotta
just my
say
big
that.
thing.
no. I'm just gonna. I just want to ask this question.
Talk to
What
me.
did Wilder show in that fight that that indicate that he had any chance in it?
First of all, the first knockdown
and
was
you
a
talking
rabbit
about
punch.
and you talking about a glove. You talking about a glove gate, and this man had no defense at all. Like, what are you talking about? He didn't even
The
punch
rabbit
it.
punches, man, the hitting and holding. Fury
What, tell
would
him to
swing
stop
like
blocking
this.
punches
All
with
the
his
dirt.
face.
We
Tell
talking
him to
about
stop.
all the fucking dirt, man.
So why are you
All
not
the
picking
dirt,
it? Why
dog.
you what
He did him
where's his,
dirty that fight, man.
so why is he not putting his hands up to block shots instead of sticking his arms straight out and pulling back
Once
with
he
his head
blocked
up?
it, look, he came
Well,
around
Man,
and hit his ass in the back of the head.
man,
Well,
okay.
tell me this,
All right,
Slaughter.
all right,
Tell me something.
man, let's wrap this
answer me
up,
a
man. I'm
question
done.
then.
I'm done. I'm
You
done
answer
talking
my
about
question.
this.
Talk to me,
Now, what's your question?
Well, I want him to tell me what are the excusable offenses that you saw, or what are the offenses that you would consider as allowed? Like, because
But what I'm
obviously
saying,
you
you
want us
talking
to
about?
just
He talking
forget
about a
about
fucking
all
rap.
the foul shit. Hold on.
What foul stuff did he do?
You
What
want
did he
us
do
to
in that
say-
Second
foul?
knockdown, he
Yeah,
tripped
so
him
you
up
want
the
to
second
ignore all the
knockdown.
foul shit.
Y'all make dog. This
Like the nigga just had a clean fight.
make Wilder look so bad for the
This
simple
don't make
fact
Wilder look
that
like
y'all are
nothing.
defending a guy that's not defending himself. He
Nobody's
did not. He haven't not once
Hey,
said,
Wilder ain't got to do
about
shit
the
but
game.
train. This our job
Right.
to do this shit. Wilder
Right.
ain't got to do shit but
man,
train.
y'all
Talk
acting
about
like
the
some
third
hoes
fight, man.
whining about
Wilder
this,
don't have
man.
to talk about
This
that.
man
Ain't
got
nobody whining
he
about
got
shit.
whooped. He just got beat. Plain and simple.
No, we
You
ain't
talking about
the
you talking
outcome of
about
the
a
fight.
rabbit punch when the dude turned his head and he
He
turned his head when the shot came, and that's how the shot
He
landed
still
behind
got
his head.
dropped on the rabbit punch, dog.
That's his fault for not putting his fucking hands up instead
All
of turning
right,
his head.
let me go
you
and
talking
wrap
about?
up my take. Let
Do
me
your
go and
thing,
wrap
big
up
dog.
my take on the glove gate situation. Yeah, I'm with you, Raw. That's how I was gonna take it out. Because I do sense foul play. Those gloves are suspect in a fight.
His
before
history.
That, you know what I'm saying? And what was the name of that fight? Who was that guy?
Christian Hammer. Even
Yeah,
the
the real-
Vladimir Klitschko fight, he got points taken away for goddamn holding Klitschko, man, doing that dirty shit.
Hitting him behind the
Eddie
head.
Cotton called him the dirtiest goddamn fighter.
Fighter he ever dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So he has a history.
But
So he has a history.
But Wilder knocked goddamn people out with his forearm. But
Anyway,
that's not dirty. So what the fuck are y'all
listen,
talking about?
listen.
This man is the
He has
wildest
a history.
fighter in boxing history. But
He
y'all
has
want to
a
talk about.
history.
But y'all want to talk about somebody hit somebody in the side of the head when
Listen.
Wilder has clearly windmilled
Listen, bruh.
and Donkey Kong dudes in fights.
Listen.
What are you
Listen.
talking about?
Wilder
Talking
don't
about
have,
being dirty.
listen,
Y'all kill
Wilder
me
don't
with that
have the
bullshit.
bad reputation. Wilder don't have the same reputation
Yes,
as
he
Fury
does.
being dirty as,
Yes, he does.
as recalled by
Yes,
fighters
he does.
and
What do
by
you say?
referees.
What did you say?
Hold on. Let me finish now, because you ain't heard no referees come forth and say shit about Deontay. Neither have you heard anything about no damn sparring partner saying he was doing no dirty shit. So don't still up and start talking, making up shit off them fake blogs that you done seen, because we ain't letting that shit ride.
Those
Anyway,
fake blogs.
this
You
nigga
talking
here-
about y'all talking about some glove gates, the shit that happened in the
Nigga,
fight that he didn't get his ass
this
whooped in.
dude,
What are you talking
Fury
about?
got
Y'all talking
Fury.
you talking about some gloves. You talking about gloves that happened in the first fight, when in the second fight is when he got stopped.
The
So
same
that's what
shit,
I'm
it
talking
happened
about.
in the
Y'all are
second
not
fight,
talking
too.
so what
It
does
happened in the
gloves
second
have to do
fight,
with
too, damn it.
the second fight?
And
That
plus,
don't make sense.
he got to
It
do
don't make
It
sense.
was in-
Nobody
it was in
said
both
nothing about no
fights.
gloves
Because it's a
until he
farmer
got
in
stopped.
Great Britain.
Nobody
that
said anything
that this
about the
guy
gloves until
has
he
been
got
lying
stopped.
the whole time to the UK.
Nobody said nothing about the gloves until he got stopped. Why when y'all talking about this the fight before?
We didn't do. We talking about.
All
We
right,
talking
man.
about
Like I
after
said,
the fight was
like I
over,
said,
man.
like I said.
Slaughter.
Man
Fury
got
was
beat
That was the
fair
end of the
square.
fight,
Out
fool.
of
Man
nowhere,
got
talking
beat
about?
fair square.
Fury-
I'm
Fury
done talking
retired out
about
of
it.
goddamn
I am
nowhere.
done.
We ain't got,
Talking
you
about
ain't gotta talk
He
about
took
it. Let me
his
finish
L.
what I was saying.
He took his L. Y'all need to man
Fury
up
had
and
just
just
got
accept
back
it.
boxing,
He
man.
took his
Anyway,
L.
let me
He took
finish.
his
Can I
L.
please
He
finish
got a
my
third. He
takeout?
got a third fight. He got a third fight in which he shouldn't have took so fast. He got to get stopped again. And what's going to be your excuse? Oh, Deontay Wilder didn't have socks
Hey,
on this
this
time.
All I
shit, she
gotta
might
say-
ensure that it's a fair fight for the third
Come on,
fight.
man.
Yeah, that's all I gotta
man.
say.
All
To
that
all the
whining,
fans,
dog.
all the boxing fans, listen, be quiet, y'all. All the boxing fans, pay attention to this next fight because I think it's gonna be a different outcome. We're gonna have some real antennas up watching Tyson Fury and his camp because
Absolutely.
we've seen some things. Now, I mean, you can choose to ignore, but that's surely based on bias. You know what
And
I'm
a
saying?
lot of these folk ain't laced up a damn glove.
And a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And the things that we've seen, the things that Young Pharaoh showed, other people
Young
showed
Pharaoh,
videos
an
talking
MMA
about,
fight.
it
Young
don't matter,
Pharaoh,
bro. It
Young
don't matter
Pharaoh.
who did it.
Young
It don't matter if it was
You really
you.
gonna throw this
It don't
MMA
matter
guy
if
in
it
here?
was you.
Young
Yes.
Pharaoh,
Yes.
Young Pharaoh.
Yes.
So what
Yes.
about what Teddy Atlas said? You're gonna
Yeah.
Teddy
I'm
Atlas
talking
got on
about-
his ass about that meat.
Hold on. So you'll believe. So
About
you'll
that
take the
bullshit
word of a
It ain't
young
about letting
Pharaoh.
believe. He
Hold
showed
on,
it,
man.
nigga.
Hold on.
You ain't holding
take
on.
a-
You ain't
you
held
would
on
take a-
yet.
you would
can't
take a-
talk
you
the
would take
same
a-
bullshit,
So you would
trying
take
to
the
defend this
advice
fool.
of a young Pharaoh
This
over
your
a
big
Teddy
finish. He
Atlas.
said you wasn't
That
gonna say
shit
shit
does
about
not make any sense. This man has trained world champions. This man
No,
has
look,
been in
only
boxing
thing that matters on Young
for
Pharaoh
damn near
is
You ain't
40
saying
years.
that.
bro.
But
You
you're
ain't
gonna
saying shit.
take a young Pharaoh, an MMA guy.
You talking
MMA?
about the medium when we talking about the content. Fuck the medium. Fuck the
Right,
medium.
fuck who said it. It's like
Fuck
the
who said it.
footage
It's what was
for
said,
itself,
nigga.
dog.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We seen
It
it with our
does
fucking
matter.
eyes.
So when
They didn't make.
but
They
when
didn't
all
do
these
it with a
other fighters
cartoon.
when the other fighters has debunked this statement as about these gloves and it was like this pure BS. What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
be honest. Besides the gloves, he did the goddamn Wilder dirty, bro. That whole
All
fight.
right,
He
so
really
stop
held
making
that
excuses.
motherfucker.
He just
Look,
got
he
beat.
held him in place.
It
and
happens
he
to the
did
best
all kind of dirty
He just
shit
got
to the
beat.
man.
Just say he just got beat.
He did
Hey, he
get
did
beat.
him
We're
dirty.
not
All right,
saying he
then, so
didn't
stop
get
making
beat,
excuses.
but
That's
he
all
wasn't
I'm
in
saying.
straight. And then that bitch was cheap.
All right,
Even if
man.
he'd have won.
All right, whatever. Man, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Of course, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please tell a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Share it
Tell them
too.
to check us out. You know, tell four, matter of fact. You feel what I'm saying? You guys stay safe. You know what I'm saying?
Be blessed.
Be blessed. And please, please, please obey whatever state regulations y'all got for staying at home during this epidemic. I'm going to do the Floyd Amacademica. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Don't be clowning my boy, man.
Doing the Floyd. You gotta,
Oh.
I love Floyd, man, but that shit was funny. But you guys, man, please, 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 please obey these laws so we can get back outside, man, so we can get our punishment. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Happy quarantine, y'all. Follow the hashtag 10 Count Boxing Podcast.
Oh yeah. And follow me on Instagram, Coach Slaughter Boxing. What's yours, Jules?
Super Dave. S00PER_Dave.
And Fabo right here. Fabo don't have an Instagram, y'all. But again, my Instagram is Big Slaughter 5, man. Guys, thank you guys for another show. Hey, fellas, y'all boys be safe, man. And of course,
sir.
we'll link up here in another week or so, man. Y'all boys
Till
be
next
safe.
time.
Man.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.